Man, these lunges are making me feel so damn good, man. The hip is feeling strong. Feeling strong. You guys called it. Some of you guys said to me, man, it's the gluteus medius that's your problem. When that thing falls asleep, loses strength, the TFL comes in, and the TFL is only a little guy and cannot do the work of a big guy like the gluteus medius. So basically, when I started lunging, only not very long ago, like 2-3 sessions ago, the gluteus medius started getting a connection with my brain that it actually exists, and started getting a bit more strength and perfusion in. And so my gluteus medius has been asked to do its work, and my TFL has completely sorted itself out, or whatever the hell that was going on. It's TFL region where the pain is, but maybe it's even hamstring related. I don't even know. Anyway, lunges have me feeling really good. So before I did this, by the way, you can see that I'm in the gym today. I'm trying to get to the gym once a week. But before I started doing this, usually you guys know that I usually like to do something before squats to warm myself up, because the hip kind of is a trouble area for me. Before this, I did 50 steps with lunges just through the gym, kind of walking around through the gym, 25 each leg, and that was enough, man. I started feeling good. So I started I started running through these weights. Today I actually felt that good that I thought maybe I can hit 210 today and do the PR. But essentially, because of these lunges that I'm doing every other day, I do have a lot of leg fatigue. So my hip is feeling great, but now my legs are feeling just exhausted. So, man, I reckon it's around the corner though. I really do think it's around the corner. Things are feeling great. I was saying to my cameraman, it's coming. It's really, really, really coming. So basically, I've found the secret recipe, and I just want to share it with you guys. I think this is final now for me. Lunges, GHDs are made in heaven for squats. You do them, you're going to be balanced. You're going to address all of the issues that come around with just doing frequent squatting. Even though the squats, like I said, are the greatest exercise that I believe. As I said in yesterday's video, why I think it's even better than the deadlift, because of the acute angle that the knee and the hip needs to go through. Range of motion has a lot to say, right? The more range of motion and the higher load you do through that range of motion, the better the exercise. This is a full body exercise. So it's number one. However, even the granddaddy of them all, the king of all exercise, the squat, needs some assistance to kind of balance out the body. And that assistance exercise is the GHD and the lunges. You basically cover everything. You cover everything. Hips are feeling freaking good. I was feeling poppy today, man. That word again. Yes, I was feeling poppy. So 180 here. I'll let you see this full-on profile, so you'll get to see exactly what's up. Here we go. Yeah, man, just so good. I was saying to my cameraman today, man, there's something special about lifting and not having any pain, any discomfort, just nothing. It gives you the ability and the confidence just to give all of your might into the bar. And that's something that I haven't really experienced in a while. I've had a few good days here and there in the last 6 months, but to really, truly feel like I'm going to smash this thing. Check this out, what happened here. Check the weights on the left there. Just slid out. The bouncing of this bar it's so flexible, this bar, that it started bouncing about. And my cameraman was like, whoa, dude, watch out. So I ended up putting these collars on, these clips. My bar at home doesn't have that problem, man, because my bar at home it's the Ohio Power Bar, and it has these grooves built into the collars, and so nothing can slide in and out unless you're really like forcing or pulling it out. So anyway, I don't really put collars on, but this thing was going to slow, man. This thing could have wrecked me, man. It could have completely emptied the bar on one end and then flipped to the other end. You guys have seen all those videos around the net. So anyway, I went from 180 to 200, big jump. Usually I get 190 in between, but I was just feeling so good. But here, my leg strength was lacking. So I didn't really have the power today, but hips felt amazing. Yeah, pushing, no pain. Love that shit, man. Oh, so happy when there's no pain. So anyway, I did that, and then because I was feeling so good, I just explaining to my cameraman, this is the shit that makes you get stronger. Doing volume in the squat. I ended up doing 140 times 12, 140 times 10, and then 140 times 8. It's 3 sets. Took the 140 for a good ride. All up 30 reps. 30 reps, it seems to be kind of like the prescribed thing all the time. Like even Smolov aims to kind of 30, 34, 35 from memory. I think that they're always kind of aiming for those like 30 repetitions in a set. That's kind of like enough volume in the right percentage to get you kind of going in the right direction. So I ended up doing 30 today. And the only reason this is happening is because my hip is feeling good. If I was to do this and my hip wasn't feeling good, man, the next day, even this afternoon, I would be in so much pain. Like I wouldn't be able to sit in a chair without having to get up and stretch out the hip. But right now I'm recording this voiceover and I'm feeling fantastic, man. And that makes me feel amazing. That gives me the confidence that I can come back tomorrow and do another freaking 5 sets of 140 for sets of 10. You know what I mean? Like just putting that sheer volume work. Because I know that that's exactly what's going to improve your squat. Sure, you can do GHDs and lunges and all that sort of stuff. But all of that stuff is just there to support health, to support the balance of the human body, right? So you can go and put these reps in with the squat. So that's how I was explaining to my cameraman, and that's how I'm going to explain to you guys. Like, if you're feeling discomfort, you shouldn't be doing volume. You shouldn't be doing these high reps. Like, you should be addressing the weaknesses, addressing the imbalances that are happening in your body. Because if you're just grinding through this pain and doing like what I'm doing here, 140 times 10, 8, whatever, you're asking for trouble. And one of those reps might go snap, and then you're in big trouble. And now you're taking like 3 months off training. You don't want to do that. For my case, I've spent a lot of time beating around the bush trying to work out exactly how to address this hip issue, man. Like, because the way we're built with pain referring all over the freaking body, nerves are long. You know, there's a sciatic nerve that goes basically from L4, L5, basically from all of the lumbar spine, and goes all the way down to your leg. So if you pinch your back, you have referred pain all the way through the hip, through the thigh, through the knee, through the tibialis. And you might think to yourself, I've done something to the knee. Nah, mate, it's your lumbar back. So in a similar situation, I started getting pain in my right outer hip, and I thought it was right outer hip. So I'm massaging the TFL, I'm stretching the hip flex, I'm doing all this sort of stuff, but nothing was really addressing it. And it takes a lot of time to kind of beat around the bush and experiment and see exactly what works and what doesn't. Now I've come to the full 360. I've come around again, and I realized that glute medius is the one at fault here. That lazy bugger wasn't doing its job, and he was getting the TFL, the little brother of his, to do all of the heavy lifting, and that thing started freaking out and started hurting, and blah. That's my diagnosis. That's what I think was happening. And lunges completely turns off the glute medius, because right now I can stick my finger in it like I'm doing right now. And I feel it, man. I feel that thing. I feel the glute medius, like it's sore, it's turned on. So yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to explain to you guys, is that volume in the squat is what moves the squat. I squat every day, but I'm planning to do this every other day. So every other day, you're going to see me take 140 for a ride. Eventually, I'll take 160 for a ride, 170 for a ride, and all that stuff. But you can't really do that work when you're feeling sore, which basically has been my case for a while. And, you know, appropriately, some of you guys have said, man, what the hell are you doing? You're not progressing. In my mind, I was progressing because I know that I'm kind of searching for the answer. And I know that when I squat every day, I basically have more and more opportunity of kind of looking for the answer, looking for the thing. Because every day I'd come in and I'll try something else. Like, you guys have known me, like, you know, a lot of new people on the channel now, but I'm always kind of doing different exercises, trialing them, working things out, trying to work out, is it the dorsiflexion, is it the hip internal rotation, hip external rotation, is it the hip flexors? If you go far back in my channel, you'll realize basically 6 months ago, I've been on a hunt to work out exactly what's going on. So I'm just so happy, so glad that I'm here. I worked out the lunges and GSDs are the ones that you need to do. And I just want to tell you guys, if you're interested in getting stronger, man, just do that stuff, man. Do that stuff. It's working for me. I have no doubt it's going to work for you. You know, we all have kind of slightly different techniques and whatever, but if it works for me, it's like this much, it's making me feel this well, it's at least worth a try for you, man. Like, it's whatever. That's how I feel. So, like, I feel so good right now about this that tomorrow I'm planning to get up and I'm thinking about going to the park and doing a lot of lunges. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 sets of lunges, 50 steps. Because I just can't get enough of that, man. Like, when you realize something like this and you realize that this is the key to your success, do this. This is the key, man. Man, I just want to freaking do it 50 days in a row. Like, you know what I mean? But You need to still be smart about it. You don't want to wreck yourself completely and just, take too many recovery points out of you. So you need to be smart about this. But my heart wants it. I just want to smash the glute medius. Anyway, that's where I'm at. That's why I'm so happy right now. So pumped about the future. I've done a lot of talking about the GHDs and lunges, but really the other thing is that I'm thinking about doing quite often is the sumos. Sumos also hit the external rotators of the hip. That's basically one of the functions of the glute medius is external rotation, abduction, right? So the glute medius kind of does that. The sumo deadlifts do that. It really engages that outer hip as well because you're kind of forcing the knees out, and also in the same turn it hits the adductors. And the adductors are very, very important. They need to be really long and strong in order for you to get to ATG. If they're tired, you can't do anything. But anyway, conventional deadlift here. I thought I'd give it a whirl. 220. Nice. Moved really well. So I'm planning to hit heavy weight on the conventional deadlift. But really in my mind, I'm thinking what's growing the conventional deadlift is the sumo deadlift. It just really hits the glutes really, really well. And I just think to myself, that's exactly what I need to be doing. So I'll be doing sumos basically every day, sets of 10 or whatever, still trying to learn the technique, learn how to spread my knees apart, and then for like proper loading, I'll take the conventional deadlift for a spin. So basically there's my template right now. This is what I feel like the secret is to me and my health. Squat every day, every other day do sets of basically 10 and up reps, something along those lines, bodybuilding parameters. On the other days, just hit like a comfortable training max, and then spend a lot of time doing lunges, GHDs, and sumos. How I break that all up is going to be interesting. I'm thinking lunges one day, GHDs another, and then sumos basically every day, if not every other day. I'll work that out, how I go and how I feel. And then, as you guys know, yesterday I introduced bench pressing again. So I'm thinking throwing that in as well. That's going to be a bit of a trick to me because I can't hit too much volume right away because I've spent 2 months away from benching. But I'm going to start playing with some numbers there as well. I'm definitely going to bench tomorrow. Right now it's every other day. So look forward to getting gains on that. My aim for that is to hit the triceps. I know a lot of you guys have said what you're doing is not the JM press. The JM talks about tucking your elbows in. For me, it feels really, really good when I have the elbows flared. So I'll continue doing that because that kind of feels really good for me. But the JM press is going to be the main accessory to my bench pressing. And we'll see how it goes. But I feel like the triceps are the key to the bench press. All right, guys. Another bit of a spiel about what I'm thinking, where I'm at. Hopefully it helped out for you guys. Provided some help to you guys. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another session. Peace out. Catch you in the next one.